Hey friends, and welcome to my kitchen. I am Martha Lynn. It is Christmas Eve today, so Merry Christmas Eve. If you're seeing this after Christmas, I hope you had a good Christmas. And today I am going to be showing y'all how to make your own delicious chocolate covered pretzels. So first off, I'm going to give you a list of the things you're going to want and need to do that. And of course, you're going to want some pretzels. I'm going to be using both pretzel twists and pretzel rods today. You're going to want, this is important, you're going to want a metal bowl, a medium saucepan. You're going to put a little bit of water in that saucepan. You're going to set your bowl in that, and in a little bit here, we're going to turn this on and use this to melt our chocolate. I like to use almond bark, so I have chocolate almond bark and vanilla almond bark. I'll be using both today. You don't have to. I'm also going to do a little chocolate drizzle for y'all. I love these things so much, and so do my kids. We've also got some holiday sprinkles. You can decorate with whatever you want, or not decorate at all and just cover them bad boys with some chocolate. So, all right. And you're also going to want a baking sheet and parchment paper, because you're going to put the pretzels on that after you cover them in chocolate. All right, let's get started. Hey everybody, so alright, let's get started and make some chocolate covered pretzels. And I'm sorry, I need to backtrack and forgive me. Wax paper. You want wax paper for this. So I've got my baking sheet, I've got it lined with wax paper. I'm prepping my Dutch oven here, which is going to be a metal mixing bowl, a medium saucepan. You're going to put a quarter to a third of water of the pan in. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. You're going to fill the pan a quarter to a third of the way with water, because then we're going to stick this in here. We're going to create like a, I cannot remember what it's called right now. I'm going to have to look it up. Hold please. Okay, so I just looked it up and I learned something totally new. Now, the American name for it is a boiler system. Creating a boiler system. However, the original name, which is a French term, is called bain-marie. I just learned something new. So, bain-marie or boiler system. All right. And now we're going to I'm going to start with my chocolate bark. And what's really nice about this is it comes cubed to break it apart a little bit easier. And I'm just going to do it the cheap way. Works very well. Alright, so I'm going to turn my heat on so this can start warming up here. And I'm going to put my chocolate pieces in here and let those melt. I'm going to start with just a half a pack right now. And that's going to take some time. I'll give you a close-up shot of that so you guys can see that up close. You guys like my coffee mug? If you can't see it, it says, "Dear Santa, don't forget about the dog." Or in my case, dogs. I know they say there are two types of people in this world. People who love dogs and people who are wrong. I'm kidding. So, alright. This is going to take some time here. Let me give you that close-up shot. You can see. Just got to melt. And then once that gets melted, we'll be able to start covering our pretzels in chocolate. So in the meantime, though, I can get my sprinkles pre-ready because it's a pretty quick process. I'll just go ahead and do a few sprinkle kinds first, and then I'll do the chocolate with the white vanilla drizzle. Ooh, so good. Okay, we are back. The chocolate is getting pretty melted. A couple more things you're gonna want to have is you're gonna want to have a good hot glove, hot pad. I I don't recommend oven mitts for this just because you don't have as much finger movement, and the goal of this is so that you can hold your the top pan from your boiler system still. And this is my Blackstone glove, and man, this thing kicks butt. Like these are made so that I can reach into my smoker and grab stuff out. So, all right, you're gonna want a scraper and a couple of forks. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna stir my oh yeah, that's looking gorgeous. Oh yeah, yep, that's exactly, oh, beautiful. That's exactly how we want that to look. Oh, so smooth and creamy. Here, I'm gonna show you guys this up close so you know what you want your chocolate to look like. You want it nice and smooth. Make sure all the lumps are worked out. Just like that. Okay, so we're gonna finish. I'm gonna stir this up just a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to start with my pretzel twists. You want a couple of forks. And I think I'm going to start with, for my sprinkles, you're going to have all of this pretty much ready to go. I'm going to start with my blue sprinkles. I'm going to start with a few. Just going to you want to separate them a little bit so they don't stick together, and just kind of drop them in there. Take your fork and completely cover it. Just like that. And then lay it on your wax paper. We'll tap off some of the excess chocolate there. And this is a great one to do with the kids as well. Like, you can do the chocolating if your kids aren't old enough to handle hot stuff, and then they can do the sprinkles and the decorating. Honestly, this isn't just, like, these are a great, easy thing to make to take to a gathering or party. case you're curious, the background noise is Gremlins, which is one of my favorite Christmas movies. It's funny because one of my older kids was just telling me how they had read somewhere that Mr. Spielberg didn't intend for Gremlins to be a Christmas movie, and well, all I can say to that is, why'd you film it around Christmas time? I'm just saying, like, same thing with Die Hard. Die Hard is totally a Christmas movie to me. Yippee-ki-yay, mother... But that's just my opinion. And I know a lot of other people feel the same way, too. I just think it was kind of funny, like... So if you don't want a movie to be labeled a Christmas movie, then don't make your theme or your backdrop or whatever Christmas time. Alright, so I'm gonna take our little sprinkles here. See, here's our pretzels. The first two were a little, it's been a minute, but that's pretty much, and we're just gonna lightly sprinkle some sprinkles on there. Just like that. Let's do some more. Now, if your water gets going really good, you can turn it down a little bit, but you don't want it to cool on you. Almost done with the first pan. But, I mean, that's pretty much how it is. I'm going to finish this pan with the blue sprinkles. And now when I'm done here, I'm going to stick these in my freezer for a few minutes to finish hardening up. So then I can put them in a container until I'm ready to serve them. Okay, so we're going to melt some vanilla to make our vanilla drizzle on top of our chocolate-covered pretzels, which I have right here that have been cooling. So I set these to the side here, and I'm going to take this big old Ziploc bag right here. And my vanilla almond bark. I'm going to put a couple of chunks in my Ziploc bag here. It looks like my heat needs to be turned down a little bit. All right. Okay, I have a confession. I love Gremlins, but right now while making a video, I didn't realize how loud it can be. 1 second, please. There we go. Okay, so... And that should be right there. That's going to be more than enough to make a drizzle with. Now, unfortunately, I live in an RV, and my microwave is outside where it's quite chilly. Even for Florida, it's pretty chilly out. It's 38 degrees, which is cold for Florida. So I'm going to go put my jacket on and go heat this up. And to melt it, I'm going to start at 2 minutes and then kind of squeeze it. It's also very important when you melt your chocolate, excuse me, in the microwave, leave the bag open, which is also why you don't want to overfill it with chocolate as well. So you want to leave your bag open. Or bad things will happen. I forget. I just learned the first time I did this, I learned this, and I really didn't question it, so I've never closed the bag, even just to see what would happen, because I didn't want to ruin my microwave or anything. So, alright, I'll be right back. Okay. So, now we're going to cover some of our pretzel rods in chocolate while I'm waiting for the vanilla to get melted. I actually have a helper, which is awesome. Okay, so with the pretzel rods, you're gonna want a spoon, because you're gonna scoop up some chocolate and coat the pretzel rod. Because unfortunately, like this bowl pan setup is not big enough to just stick the pretzel rod in it. I'm just gonna kind of give it a little spin, a little shake. Make sure it's got a nice even coating. And then I'm going to take some of my sprinkles here. And that's about what you want right there. I'm going to take some of these sprinkles and gently. Now, pretzel rods are a little bit more complicated than the pretzel twists, but it really shouldn't be too bad. There you go. You definitely want a light hand with your sprinkles so that your sprinkles don't go everywhere and you don't like dump half the thing of sprinkles out. Alright, I'm just letting that cool just for a little bit so that when I set it down, the chocolate doesn't just like melt and spread off of the pretzel rod. Alright, so I'm going to just put that gently right there. Oh! Oh, no. Ah, shit. Uh-oh. Okay, this did not work like it should have. And this is no good. I must have gotten the wrong type of Ziploc bags because it melted. This is no good. This is not safe to eat. It has melted plastic in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use up my chocolate and I'm going to melt the vanilla in the pan just like I did with the chocolate. Because, yeah, this isn't safe to eat. I absolutely cannot serve this. This could really hurt or make people sick. So, lesson learned and learn from my mistake. See, I must have gotten the wrong bags because I have done this before and it worked like a charm. This time, not so much. Okay, yep, and yeah. So I will not be serving this at all. This is garbage. And just another note, shit happens, mistake happens, it happens, like, don't beat yourself up over it. Everybody makes mistakes. Even some of the greatest chefs in the world make mistakes, which I am not. But yes, no, that's not safe. So, I'm going to put this to the side and let this cool down a little so I can throw it in the trash can. So instead, I will focus on using up the rest of this chocolate so then I can clean out the pan and do the vanilla that way. Because I was going to do some vanilla covered pretzels as well anyway. So it's no big thing. So, yeah, I'll just actually probably sit this because the bowl is hot, hot, hot. I might have even put it in too long. I don't know. Either way, don't do that. Don't just scratch that. It's just so much more worth it to be patient and use the broiler system. So, all right, let's get a few more of these rods done so that we can do our vanilla. I'm going crazy. I don't know what I should do. I keep dipping, but you stick to me like glue. Try to listen, but all that keep coming. Try to listen, but all that keep coming. I'm going crazy, I don't know what I should do. I keep dipping, but you stick to me like glue. I try to listen, but all that keep coming. I try to listen, but all that keep I'm going crazy, I don't know what I should do. I keep dipping, but you stick to me like glue. I try to listen, but all that keep coming. I try to listen, but all that keep coming. I'm going crazy, I don't know what I should do. I keep dipping, but you stick to me like glue. I try to listen, but all that keep coming. I try to listen, but all that keep coming. Eyes, but at the same time, I don't know. I think it's cute. Tell me what you guys think. All right. All right, we are back. I've got my area cleaned up a little bit. Now, I'm just going to be, straight up with you guys. This is a little messy. It is. You're going to make a little bit of a mess doing this, but it's so worth it. And in all honesty, when I was at the store earlier, I looked at the the store chocolate covered pretzels and like the bakery. It's like, this is so much cheaper. I mean, phenomenally cheaper. Like, I was flabbergasted at how much as some of those are. And it's better. It is. It's honestly better and cheaper. But, I mean, that's just my opinion. So, everyone's different. Everyone likes different things, and that is okay. So, I got my vanilla going here, and it's getting nice and melted. I'm going to give it a little stir here. And that is coming along very nicely. Got a whole new scraper, whole new set of spoons and forks. Since we're switching it up from chocolate to vanilla, so. I'll do our drizzle and then I'll cover some in the vanilla. And just like with the chocolate, you want it to melt till it is nice and smooth. I went ahead and I let my chocolate covered pretzels that I'm going to drizzle the vanilla on get nice and cool. So that when I drip the vanilla on, it doesn't melt the chocolate. It's just about melted. This is so satisfying for me. Oh my gosh. I absolutely love this. The melting part. I mean, I don't mind doing any of it, but yeah, the melting part and the stirring part is so satisfying. Especially once it gets good and melted. It's so smooth. Alright. Oh, it sounds like people just coming home from work.
Or not.
Okay, so now let's do our drizzle. And I'm going to use a spoon. I can move this a little bit closer to my pan here. And I'm just going to very, very lightly. I'm going to try this. This is my kind of like, oh shit, that just like went full glob. Alright, so I'm going to go a little bit lighter because that first one just like globbed right on. Y'all want to meet my oldest? Would you like to meet my oldest? Come here. Come meet my oldest. This is my oldest son. Right here. This is my oldest. He look a lot like me. This is my big boy. This is my 19-year-old. Just got home from work. Mwah.
Can I grab a knife real quick?
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, so here we go. This is...
Well, not always why it was so big now.
Okay, a couple of these have got... I gotta figure out a slightly better way to do this because a couple of these just got like some globs of vanilla. My kids aren't gonna mind. They're still gonna eat them, but... Yeah, there's got to be a better way. These just look funny. They're not bad. I'll show you. I'll show you. They look a little funny though. Some of them just like, holy shit, just like way too much. Oh my gosh. Okay, so turn my heat down. All right. This was the first round. Okay, so not terrible, but yeah, I gotta maybe go in a little. You know what? I'm gonna try again with the chocolate pretzel rod pieces that I did. Let me see what I get. Okay. Alright, so we're going to start a little bit less. Let's super light here. Yep. Less is more. Oh my gosh, what a difference. I'm silly. I'm a silly goose. What a difference. Just needed to go a little bit less. Oh yeah, that makes a huge difference going in just a little bit less and a little bit lighter. Huge difference. Yep. Big difference. I'll show you guys here. Yeah. Those look a good bit nicer. Alright. So now we will do some vanilla covered pretzels. It's gonna be the exact same technique as I did with the chocolate. Exact same thing.
Oh, how thoughtful.
All right. Oh, I need to get my wax papers. All right. And your vanilla.
Oh, hey. No way it was so big.
Alright, so I just finished the last batch. I used as much as the pretzels I could. There was a lot of broken pretzels in that bag. But there's the last batch I did with the vanilla and some cute sprinkles. Those are still setting. Here's a little bit of a mix of everything. Mm. I like the almond bark because it doesn't have it has just a bit of a less sugary taste than, like, say using like the Hershey's chocolate chips or something like that to melt. Mm. Mm. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys liked the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a good day.